Are you sick of living a life that's not even yours? Seriously, are you stuck in some boring routine day in, day out, feeling like something bigger is calling you? What if I told you that you could break completely free, design a life that's all about crazy freedom, feeling incredible, and chasing an impossible dream? All because of faith. For me, that epic journey has a name. And trust me, it's so much more than just a YouTube channel name. It's a promise. It's like a divine master plan. It's building my Belize. Today, I'm going to show you what these 3 little words really mean. And it's not just sunshine and beaches, guys. This is my personal God-given blueprint. For years, I felt like I was on this treadmill, going faster and faster. It demanded everything, but led nowhere God meant for me and my life. Especially this crazy high-pressured world, a daily grind, the bills stacking up, and losing time for what really matters: your health, your loved ones, your passions. There was this constant, annoying feeling, this huge desire, like the Holy Spirit was pushing me for something different, something more. I dreamed of a life where my surroundings actually inspired me, where my days were mine to control under God's guidance, and where taking care of myself wasn't some crazy luxury, but just normal. I'd look around and see the same story everywhere. Work harder, earn more, buy more stuff, trash your freedom and health doing it. The cost of living, just the insane effort to survive, let alone get ahead. It felt like I was drowning. Those dreams of having some financial breathing room just seemed to get further away in that old reality. There was this massive gap between the life I was living and the one my heart and the spirit within was screaming for. This wasn't just needing a vacation, people. This was needing a total God-led life redesign. That quiet unhappiness eventually turned into a roar from the Holy Spirit, demanding a completely new plan. It wasn't one single aha moment, but more like a million realizations, which eventually made me sit down, pray, and get brutally honest about what God wanted for me. Maybe I was reading too many articles about burnout, another price hike that made even simple dreams feel like a total joke. Or maybe it was seeing other people take crazy different paths, realizing with a nudge from the Holy Spirit that different wasn't just possible, but maybe could be more rewarding. The idea of living another way started as a tiny whisper and just got louder and louder like a drumbeat. The real spark happened when I started prayerfully and seriously looking into what it would take to live a life that actually matched those deep down God-given desires. That research unexpectedly pointed me towards Belize. At first, it was the practical stuff that hooked me. The more manageable cost of living, the chance to actually afford property. But the more I learned, that God-given spark grew into a raging fire. It wasn't just about escaping something. It was about running towards something amazing. So what does building my Belize really mean? It's about carefully, piece by piece, following God's lead built on three gigantic ideas: freedom, a beachfront property, and a healthier life. When I talk about freedom, first up, there's financial freedom. The cost of living in Belize can be significantly lower than many Western countries. That constant pressure to earn starts to disappear. It means your savings can go further, and your investments you make can have a bigger impact. Plus, Belize has some very attractive tax benefits, all of which helps you breathe easier financially. This isn't about dodging responsibilities. It's about shifting your God-given resources towards an amazing quality of life instead of just barely surviving. Then there's time freedom. When you're not so stressed out about money, you often get more control over your time. That whole rat race feeling, constantly chasing the next paycheck just to stay afloat, starts to fade away. This frees you up for personal projects, for learning new skills, for getting involved in the community, for deepening your faith, or just being present. Life tends to move at a slower, more intentional pace. It's not about being lazy, it's about making sure your time lines up with what you actually value. And finally, there's lifestyle freedom. This is about ditching the societal pressures and expectations that just don't fit who God created you to be. It's the freedom to live more simply and be your authentic self. For so many people, myself included, the idea of designing and one day owning a dream beachfront property can feel like chasing a beautiful mirage. In Belize, land costs, especially for sought-after locations like beachfront, are significantly more attainable here when it comes to the idea of building that special place by the sea, built exactly how you want it. Maybe a serene retreat with ocean views, or an eco-friendly setup reflecting good stewardship of God's earth. Who knows? But the dream of one day building your own little paradise on the beach is totally real. It's literally about planning to build a foundation blessed by God for this new life. This part is unbelievably important to me and central to what I feel God is calling me, creating a healthier way of life for my mind, body, and spirit. The environment here, God's handiwork, plays a massive part. You got easy access to fresh, locally grown food, often more affordable than imported stuff. The tropical climate begs you to be outdoors and just soak up nature's beauty all year round. Mentally, the drop in stress that comes from a more manageable cost of living and a slower pace of life can be a game changer. It's like finding the master volume control of life's chaos and turning it way down. And community, another huge piece of the puzzle. Belize is famous for its friendly, welcoming people and a real sense of community. That creates a feeling of belonging and connection, which is so important for feeling good mentally and spiritually. Ultimately, a healthier life here is about the whole package: clean air, fresher food, moving your body more, less stress, stronger connections with people, and a deeper connection with God. When you hear building my Belize, I really want you to get that it's way more than just a pretty picture on a postcard. It's me actively partnering with God to plan something huge. It's my personal spirit-led game plan for a life lived on purpose, a life designed from the ground up to match my deepest God-given values. It's about building resilience. It's about building connections, not just to the land, but to the amazing community here. It's about building a legacy of a life lived fully and truly in service to God's calling. The real meaning is that Belize, for me, is like the perfect God-provided soil where this whole blueprint can actually grow and thrive. It's the place where the path to financial freedom seems clearer, where the dream beachfront property isn't just a fantasy, but a tangible future blessing, and where the environment and culture actually helps you live a genuinely healthier, more spirit-filled life. My vision for this channel and this whole journey isn't just to show what I'm planning, but maybe to spark something in others who feel the same pull for something more. To show that it is possible to redefine what success means, to put your well-being and your faith first, and to build a life that truly feels like you, the person God created you to be. It's about sharing the practical steps of planning the emotional roller coaster and the incredible rewards of intentionally building a life filled with purpose, joy, and the presence of God. This is my journey, but I know I'm not the only one out there wanting a life with more freedom, deeper connections, and more real meaning. If any of this hits home for you, if you feel that nudge, if you're curious to see how this blueprint keeps taking shape, then I'd love for you to hit that subscribe button and join me on this adventure of building my Belize. And I'd really love to hear from you in the comments. What does building your dream life actually look like for you? Share your thoughts below, how God's led you to a healthier, more purpose-filled life.